Hey everybody, how's it going? Got another small project on the '89 Prelude today. It's been raining like crazy and there's a leak in the trunk. The tail lights you can see are full of condensation. So what I've done is I've taken off the trim panel from the back, undone all the fasteners, and I'm going to go ahead and pull this thing out, and I'm just going to reseal it. So let me go ahead and get this out. I'll show you what it looks like after. Alright, I got the left side off, and it really fought me a lot. I've got all the fasteners undone. I have no idea why these are being so difficult to pull out. Anyway, you can see it's really dirty back there, and you can see where the water is getting beyond the seal. So I'm going to clean all this up and then reseal it with some latex caulking and put it back together. So I don't even know if you can get these seals anymore, and quite frankly I would probably not buy them anyway. I'd probably just try to use what I have. So let's see what I can find. Okay, I've got this left seal washed, and I'm gonna dry it actually with my heat gun, and then wipe all the rest of this down, and then wipe down the mating surface on the back of the rear body panel. But I'm gonna get all three of the lights out first before I start to seal them and put them back in. I don't know why these lights are so hard to come out. I guess they've never been out before, 28 years of being in the car. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get the other two out. Alright, one of these had quite a bit of condensation inside. Actually, probably about like a 1/4 inch of water. So I drained it out, and I'm not able to get the rest of that condensation out of there, but I imagine it'll eventually drain out. So I've got the seals all clean and they're dry, and I still need to work on this center one right here, and this doesn't necessarily have any moisture in it, but the seals look like they were also failed, so I'm going to go seal those up at the same time. So I know I have some latex caulking, but before I do that, actually I need to clean up the mating surfaces on this car. Not entirely sure how the water was getting in, but I'm going to seal it up the best I can. And made kind of a mess, but it'll all clean off. The reason the center panel was so hard to get out, I think you technically have to take the rear bumper cover off first, because there's a piece of plastic that kind of sits behind there, but I managed to get it off, and it'll go on a lot easier because it seems like it's one way. So I'll go ahead and clean this up, apply the caulking, and then reinstall the lights. I've got the latex caulking applied to both sides of this gasket. On the bottom, actually in this groove right there, where I don't think that where it was leaking from. I think it was leaking from this area right here, because I didn't see where it had been pressed against the rear body. The rest of it looked like it had formed a nice seal. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in and work my way across, do the other tail light, and then I think the middle panel has to go in last. Here's the left tail light. I'll go ahead and put a little bead of sealant. You can see what I'm talking about in the groove right there where it clearly meets to the tail light. It doesn't matter if this is a little sloppy. In fact, I mean, you don't see it. So I just need to turn this upside down and fit it to there, and then do the other side and stick that one in. See, it looks like maybe right there it might have been leaking. It's the same corner as the other one. The rest of it looks like it had a real good fitment around there, except for that area. So that could definitely do it. Yeah, it's definitely a mess, but you won't see it, and it's better than a leak. Okay, go ahead and install this one on the car. Now I just need to put the last two gaskets on the center finish panel, stick this into place, and hopefully I will be able to get all this done before it starts to rain again. Got the two tail lights in, and I'm hoping that's going to take care of it. If it still leaks after that, I have no idea where it's leaking from. Possibly, you know, it might be leaking from the plastic welded seam, although I didn't see any area. I did put some caulking on top of that just in case, but you know, I think what I'm doing probably has to help it. So back to finishing. I'm all put back together. Just need to reinstall these covers right here over all the lights, which I will do. And like I said, still some condensation in that one. That one too. I couldn't really get it out, but I forget, I think it was the left side that had the standing water in it, so what I've done has to help. But I guess I won't know until after our rains are done. So unfortunately, it looks like it's about to start raining again. I'd like this to wait at least an hour for the sealant to dry, but I may not have that luxury, so one more project down. It's been too wet to work on the Miata, so it's living under its new waterproof cover. So I guess that'll do it for now. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the flip side.
Oh, come on, damn it! Oh, that sounds good.